it's Nicole. It is finally here. I'm finally doing it. The new to Booktube tag. It's been like, I started this channel back in October, I think. So yeah, it's been like 3 months, and I have literally done every single other video on Booktube except for this one. And it's finally here. I'm finally doing it. It's been a long time coming. Thank you for hanging in there with me. There are a couple of different like newbie tags, new to Booktube tags, and I've seen different videos. I saw the newbie tag on Olivia's channel from iLivieforbooks, and I liked some questions on there. And then I also saw the new to Booktube tag from Trina's channel, Between Chapters. So I'm kind of just going to take questions I like from both and answer whatever questions I like. So we're just gonna kind of wing it. We're gonna see how it goes. I think it's gonna be good. I think, looking at my notes here, I think there's about 10 to 15 questions. I'm gonna read through them and see, like, cause I wrote all of them down, so I'll read through them and I'll see like which ones I wanna answer, which ones sound more fun, that kind of stuff. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. First question is, where are you joining us from? I live here in Phoenix, Arizona, born and raised, never have lived anywhere else. And I really like this question because I watch a lot of booktubers and I'm wondering, where are you from? Where are you at? What's the weather like there? So I like this question. So what's the weather like? It's actually pretty chilly today. We're expecting some more rain, so I think the high right today is low 60s. So definitely sweater weather. Question number 2, how old are you? Don't you guys know that you should never ask a woman her age? Just kidding, I don't care. I'm 27 years old, born July 31st. I share a birthday with none other than J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter, and I love it. Question number 3, why did you start this channel? This is a hard question. Why did I start? No answer immediately comes to mind other than the fact that obviously I've watched booktube channels in the past and I've watched booktube videos, and for some reason it never occurred to me I should do that until 3 months ago. And even before that, I had been dragging my feet. Like, so probably about 6 months before I started my channel, I was just thinking, you know, I really need to do that. I really need to start a YouTube channel. I really would like to do that. Read books and review books, and that's typically what I do anyway. I mean, I used to write reviews for a small publishing house, and we had talked about doing video reviews, but it still never occurred to me to do a booktube channel until one day I was just like, I'm gonna do it. I got a new phone, I got more storage on my phone, and I was finally able to film on something. I've never had a camera or like a recording device that was able to do videos, at least like good quality videos, except for on my laptop. And I tried that one time, and just staring at my face while I was doing it was really difficult because I kept looking at my face and not at the camera, and that was kind of discouraging. So now that I have my phone and I'm able to do my phone and kind of just have the screen facing away from me so I can just look at the lens, that is so much better than just looking at my face and going, what are you doing, Nicole? Why are you making that? What are you doing? Why are you making that face? Stop it. Don't be weird. I'm probably still weird. I just can't see myself doing it. So the only time I look at myself is when I'm in the editing process, and then the magic of editing, I can edit out whatever I don't like. Question number 4 is, what is the meaning behind your channel name? My channel name is Who Picked This Book? And it can be a positive connotation or a negative connotation. Like, oh my God, this book was amazing. Who picked this book? Where did I get this idea from? I love you, thank you so much. Or it can be like, who picked this book? This is abysmal. This is so bad. I blame you. Who did this to me? But hopefully it'll all be positive. And I have a book club by the same name, Who Picked This Book? And we've been going strong since July 2012, and it's just fun. I just thought it was a fun name. Question number 5 is, what type of books do you read? I read mostly young adult. When I first started reading, sun's coming out. I read mostly young adult. I would like to say that there's not a genre that I don't read typically. I read a lot of young adult. I love historical fiction, historical romance. I love fantasy, sci-fi. Typically genres that I don't reach for are mysteries, like thriller or mysteries, and I want to start reading more classics. Like, obviously, like the books that you read in high school, but I want to reread them as kind of more of an adult. I don't classify myself as an adult, but more of an adult than I was in high school. Question number 6, who are some of your favorite authors? Of course, the Queen, J.K. Rowling, love her. Sandra Brown, love her. She is probably one of the first authors that I ever got every single thing ever published by her. Her books are kind of what started my library, my own personal library. Who else do I have a lot of? Nicholas Sparks, love Nicholas Sparks, really. Sandra Brown and Nicholas Sparks are two authors that whatever they publish, I'm buying. I don't care what it's about. I don't even have to know what it's about. If I see something that I've never seen before with their name on it, I'm buying it. Question number 7 is, what book are you currently reading? And I wish I had it next to me, but I don't. I'm currently reading Ink and Bone by Rachel Kane. It's from the Great Library series. And I'm in kind of a reading slump right now because I actually started that book like a week and a half ago, and I still haven't finished it. It's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's good. I like it. It's intriguing. The premise is very good. I just find myself reading a lot of fan fiction right now. I need to stop that. I went on Goodreads the other day and I'm already a book behind on my reading challenge. I'm like, excuse you, Goodreads. Way to start my New Year's off really good. Question number 9 is hardbacks versus paperbacks, ebooks versus physical books, or borrowing books versus owning books. A lot going on in this question. So, hardbacks versus paperbacks, I'm gonna say I like them both. I don't think I prefer one or the other. Each has their pros and their cons. Like, for example, I love hardbacks because they're durable. They stay nice for longer. It's racing down my street. They're not as easy to tear up and destroy. But for paperbacks, I love the portability of a paperback book. They're not as heavy as hardback books, but they do tend to get a little worn faster. But I have a wide variety of both paperback and hardback books in my own personal collection. So, ebook versus physical book. Definitely physical book. I love having a book in my hand. I love the feel of it, probably like all readers do. I like the convenience of ebooks. Like, I have a Kindle, I have a Nook, and I have hundreds of books on there. I don't know, I just like, to me it's always more impressive if you walk in and you have a library full of books than you're picking up your Kindle or whatever. And I love when you walk into a library or a bookstore and it just smells different. Am I the only one? I don't think so. It just smells good. It's comforting. I love it. Borrow or own? I like to own books. I mean, I borrow books from time to time. Like, I've lived next to a library for 7 years. Actually, this year's 8 years. And I really just got a library card last year. Yeah, year and a half ago. So, but I mainly use it for the digital library. Like, there's an app that you can go on and you can select your library and borrow ebooks. Like, I rarely go into the library and pick out books to check out. I mean, I'll go to the library because they have my library has a nice outdoor area where you can sit under some trees and read, and that's really cool. I like doing that, but actually going in and checking out books, I've only done that one time since I got my library card. So yeah, I like to own books. Question number 9, I lost count. What book series got you into reading? You know what I'm gonna say. If you've watched any other videos of mine, you know what I'm gonna say. It's Harry Potter. I mean, who hasn't? I mean, I know there are some booktubers out there, you know who you are, who have not read Harry Potter, and you need to get on it. If I want to answer this question not Harry Potter, I would have to say that my father used to read to me and my sister a collection of Aesop's fables. And so I ended up loving those and fairy tales and things like that. So that's the earliest memory to reading that I have. Question number 10. How did you discover Booktube? A coworker at one of my jobs, his wife is a book lover. We met because he knew how much I like to read, so he introduced us. We started talking about all the different books we loved, and I told her about my book club, and then she told me that she had a Booktube channel, and I'm like, what is this magic? And she gave me the link to her channel, and I watched it and I thought that was pretty cool. So she was the first booktuber that I actually subscribed to, and that is Danne over at TheInsaitiableBookie. And I love her channel. If you're not subscribed to her, you need to, because she is one of those booktubers that reads different books. Because if you go around Booktube, you notice that a lot of booktubers are reading the same thing. And that's cool and everything. You get, like what's new and fresh. But sometimes you want to kind of break away from popular books, I guess. Yeah, every time I go to her channel, she just is talking about a book that I've never heard of before. And I love that. So you get really diverse and different reads from her. So definitely go check her out. Question number 11, what challenges would be the hardest to overcome for your Booktube channel? And from the first videos I've made to now, definitely talking to the camera is still kind of new and strange to me. And also, I've recently gotten better at not scripting, because my first few videos, I scripted everything I said. Like, it was down on a paper in front of me, and I would look down, see what I'm going to talk about next, look up, and then proceed to talk about it. And then I would edit all that out. Now I'm just kind of, like the last couple of videos, I'm just kind of winging it. And I feel like I'm getting better at that. Not knowing, what to say is not as terrifying anymore. Like, it used to fill me with anxiety, and I was just stuttering and stumbling and umming over my words, which I still kind of do. But I feel like I'm getting better at it. The editing process is a lot. I mean, I've learned a lot, but at first that was pretty daunting. And obviously there is still a bunch that I can learn how to do. I mean, my editing skills are very basic. Like, I can cut out the long pauses, I can create overlays, I can create thumbnails, I can put music into my videos, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, obviously over time I'll learn how to do all kinds of different things, but for right now, it's okay. Next question number 12, is what are you most excited about for this channel? Obviously, just getting it up and running was actually pretty exciting. Finally, after months and months of talking about it. Obviously, meeting new people. I've met some great people subscribing to channels, them subscribing to me, commenting on videos. I just love that about the Booktube community. There are some booktubers that are so good about replying to comments or commenting on your videos, and I just love that. I love the interaction. Some of the great people that I've met, Olivia at iLivieforbooks, she is the one that actually encouraged me and pushed me to finally just say, you know what, you don't need expensive stuff. You can just film on your phone and just do it. Like, stop waiting and just do it. So she gave me that push, and I love her to death. She is so amazing. I love all of her videos. She is just the sweetest thing ever. Jessica and Christeena over at Game of Tomes, they are amazing. Those two are just so fun. I love all their videos. They're the ones that tag me in most of all the stuff that I do. Again, just genuinely sweet and caring people. Cam over at WolfshotPublishing, he is an amazing booktuber. He's only had his channel for like 3 or 4 months, I think, and I think he already has like 500 subscribers, and that just shows you what a great booktuber he is. He is amazing. I love watching his videos. He is funny. He does the drunken book reviews that are just amazing. I laugh out loud. Really, on every single video that he does, he is just a great time, and I adore him so much. So yeah, that's what I'm excited about, is just meeting people in the community and obviously branching out, reading books that I might not have picked up before because a booktuber recommended it. I love all of that. And finally, last question, I think we're at 13. Where else can we find you? I always link those in the description. I am on Goodreads. I am on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Now I'm on Tumblr. You can thank Cam at WolfshotPublishing for that. I mean, I love Tumblr in itself because there are some funny things that you can find on there. Mostly it's just like, I was on Pinterest and I've seen some, like if you go through the humor side or like the fandom side, and there are just little snippets of things that were posted on Tumblr that are just hilarious. And that's what I know of Tumblr. I think I recently, the first person that I'm following is Cam. I think I did my first post on Tumblr the other day. It was the literary character guessing game. That was my first ever post on Tumblr. So definitely new to Tumblr. I don't know how it works. If you're on Tumblr, find me. Who picked this book? Like I said, I'll link it in the description. Find me, follow me so I can follow you back, and just teach me the ways of Tumblr. I don't understand it quite yet, but I'm gonna get there. Obviously, you just post stuff. It's like any kind of social media. I think I'm making it more difficult than it needs to be, but I'll get there. So I think that's all the questions that I want to answer. If you think of any new questions that you're curious about that you want to ask me, comment below. I would love to answer any question that you have. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. And like I said, you can follow me on Goodreads, Instagram, Twitter, and now Tumblr. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. I'll see you next time, avid readers.